I give you that.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is this. Just take out a card any way you like. I'm going to turn my back. Take the card, have a look at it. Take a moment to burn the image into your mind and then sign your name across the face of the card, okay?
Yeah.
The reason I ask you to take a moment is some people forget the card very quickly. And even though you signed it, it's important that you do keep it in your head. You understand?
Yeah.
Any card you like, take it out for me. And just have a look at that card, sign your name on it. And show it around as well, make sure that everybody's happy with it. Yeah, you got that?
Yeah.
Excellent, just show the camera, make sure it's got it. Yeah. You happy, cool?
Yeah.
What's your name, mate? Sorry?
Andrew.
Andrew, just come in a little bit closer, Andrew. Look, if I put I'll put it up here in my pocket for the moment. Take the pen back. Do me a favour, could I get you to hold your hand out for me? Nice and flat. That's perfect. This one here, nice and flat. Okay. Put the other hand nice and flat on top, like you're praying. Imagine you're praying. Wonderful stuff. Do me a favour, step forward slightly. Just there, perfect. No, just there. That's perfect. And just squeeze the deck together for me. Squeeze the pack together.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the idea is very simple. I'm going to try and get your card from my pocket back inside the pack. Would that be weird? That'd be quite strange, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just look in your hand here, and I want you to imagine. Just imagine that you could look through your hand and see through the deck. Just imagine you can see through the pack and see your card. Could you imagine doing that?
Yeah.
Just get a moment and find that in your head. Find that vision in your head. Yes.
Yeah.
And when you're happy, you can just lift up the back of your hand here. Just lift up the back and have a look at what you can see. Is that really weird? Is that really bizarre? Just do me a favour. Lift this hand up so everybody can see. Lift the hand up completely, and inside, one card, your signed card. Hi guys, could you just do me a favour, just take out any card you like, don't let me see what it is. Take it out. Okay, have a look at it. I'm going to turn around slightly, so I just want you to come in front of me and both of you sign your names on the face of the card. Make sure there's no way I can see what it is, I'll turn away. I'll move back out of the way as well. Tell me when you've done it?
Yeah.
Cool. Fantastic, and I'll pop the cap back on for me. Or I'll do it myself. Yes, thank you anyway. Bless you, it's all good fun, It's all good fun. Remember what the card is?
Yep.
Remember what the card is?
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you both for bringing misdirection with you. Sorry, that was rude, I'm sorry. Look, I'm going to pop the card up here in my pocket. Like so. Do me a favour, you've got free hands, hold your hand out for me. That's perfect, and put your other hand on top. That's excellent, wonderful stuff. So at the moment you've got, you've chosen a card, yes?
Yeah.
And you know what your card is?
Yep.
And you've got the deck here. Would you be kind of impressed if I could get your card and pop it back inside the pack? That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be quite strange. Do me a favour, step forward slightly, just there. Perfect, just put your feet together. Wonderful stuff, and just lower your hands slightly. Here we go. What I want you to do is I want you to imagine how it would feel if you could look through the pack of cards. Just imagine what it would be like looking through the pack. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah.
And seeing your card really vividly and clearly.
Yeah.
You got it in your mind? Yeah? So when you could see the card vividly and clearly through the pack, got it? Very carefully just lift your hand up and have a look at what you see.
Oh.
The pack's gone,
Yeah.
your card.
That's weird. Yeah.
Here we go, Michelle. What I'd like you to do in a moment is take a card out, any one you like. I don't want to see it. When you take it, remember what it is, sign your name on it. Take as much time or as little time as you need to remember the card completely. Okay, it's quite important you do. Just grab a card out. Remember that card, let everybody else see it. You don't have to show me, just show everybody else. You happy with the card, yes? You sure? Yeah. Remember this card, burn it into your mind. Be blinded by the light. I'm going to pop your card up here for the moment. And I get rid of my pen. Hold your hand out for me, nice and flat like a table. Place your other hand on top. Perfect. And just squeeze them tight together. Okay? Got that?
Yep.
Perfect. So the idea is also it's pop down your card. I'm going to try and get it from my pocket back into your hand. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah? Here we go. Ready? Did you see that? It's weird, isn't it? Move forward slightly so your feet are just there. Perfect. That's excellent. I want you to imagine, just imagine looking through the pack as if you could see straight through the pack. Just imagine that you could look straight through as if it was all transparent. You could see your card staring at you. Could you imagine that? When you see it clearly in your mind, just see it clearly in your mind, yeah? And just lift the back of your hand up and have a look at what you see. Just lift the back up, have a look. So the whole pack goes transparent, all apart from your card. Like, this is where it gets weird. Look, hold on to that with that hand.
I don't get it.
Hold on to this with this hand. Just a little fold here. Squeeze that tight. Squeeze that tight. Turn your hand over. Turn your hand over like this. But put your other hand out just there. Make a tight fist with this hand. Tight fist. Here we go. If I could get it to jump across, would that be weird?
Yeah, that'd be very weird.
But that'd be silly. You're looking at it. Of course I can't do that. That would be daft. Yeah, is that your card still? You can keep that as a souvenir. That's your card, yeah? So weird, isn't it? I tell you what, because you've been so wonderful, because you've been so good, you've been absolutely fantastic, because you've been such a good subject, a good spectator. I've bought you a little gift. And you can keep that as a souvenir.
It's mine! Oh my God.
Can I steal one of those? Okay, so this is the explanation for omnipresent. It's a handling for the Omni deck, which is essentially a perspex block. That looks vaguely like a pack of cards from the right angles. It's a great little tool. A lot of magicians are using this very successfully indeed. I really just wanted to create a handling which didn't have this as just the kicker to an ambitious card trick or a standalone piece. And I also wanted it to be very much in the hands. Now, the explanation for this is really cheeky, and it involves a little move, the top change, with a block of plastic, which I just love the idea of in itself. So what happens is this, the Omni deck is off to one side in your jacket pocket. I'll just put it off to one side here for the moment. You get the spectator to choose a card. There's a little bit of staging here. It's important that the person understands what's going to happen. So I say, in a moment I'm going to get you to choose a card. What I want you to do is take the card, have a look at it, and just take a moment to burn it into your mind. Some people forget cards quite easily, so I need to make sure it's completely solid. I won't look. In fact, I'll look away completely. Take out any card you like. Have a good look at it. Now what I'm going to do is, as I turn away, so I've just got my back to the audience, I'm going to take the entire deck of cards, place them into my pocket, bring the Omni deck out underneath an indifferent top card. So that's the position that I'm in, and turn back. So as far as Ravi's concerned, nothing's happened. All the attention's here. Again, I'm not trying to hide this. I'm not trying to control it in some way. It's just a deck of cards. Nobody's looking. It doesn't matter.
You mind me asking, what's the timing on that? How did you, when you do the switch and from the point where they pick up the card?
Essentially, the timing. If you need any timing, you just ask for more by saying, "Make sure other people see it, Ravi. Show it around."
Okay. So just people management.
Yeah. From a technical point of view, what I do is I get a break under the top card. This is happening sort of down to my side slightly, just as I'm turning away. The deck, bar this one card, goes into my pocket, into the jacket pocket. And I just bring out the Omni deck underneath.
So just people management.
It's just people management timing. And because this isn't interesting, this is interesting. And I've made it interesting at the beginning by saying, have a really good look at it, make sure you burn it into your mind. In fact, show other people, make sure you know that there's no way it could be forgotten. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to take the card back, and this is the sort of ballsy, tricky part. I'm now going to top change. This card for the indifferent card on top of a block of plastic. Sounds tricky, but it's actually easier than it sounds because there's only 2 cards.
Yeah.
You've got nothing else
Also,
to do.
people's expectancy, there's none.
Exactly.
They don't know it's switched out. They don't know what you're about to do.
Nope.
So you're well ahead of the game.
And all you're going to do is you're going to take the card back, and I tend to do this as I look up and I ask, did you see the card? In fact, did everybody else see it too?
Yes.
So I look at you,
Out, not in.
and then I think Tommy Wonder calls this the ricochet technique. So I'm engaging you, and then I'm shifting your attention to other people as I'm looking away. And the key to this is that you actually have to be interested in where you're looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I say, did you see the card? In fact, did you see the? Did you all see the card? And I want your attention shifting for a brief second. As it does, I'm going to top change the card here for the indifferent one. And this indifferent card, I'm just going to place it off to one side. So in this case, I might pop it into my top pocket. And I'm just going to say, let's stick that up there for the moment. Okay. So now the situation we've got here is your selection on top of a block of plastic. So now this is where I'm going to do a little bit of management here. Hold your hand out for me, Ravi. Now, slightly tricky in the angle we've got in this performance environment here, but what we're going to do is I'm going to place this onto your hand flat, like so.
Yeah.
Put my thumb on top of it so it doesn't move. Instantly move your attention to your other hand, which I want you to put flat on top, as if like a prayer position kind of thing. So that's all done as a sandwich. Now, this is where it's slightly strange. What I want to do is to turn the whole thing over, okay? But I don't really want your awareness to be too solid on the fact that I've turned it over. So notice the way that the hands will naturally rotate this way. Mm-hmm. What I'm going to do is take hold of it here, but I'm going to draw your attention somewhere else and give you a few instructions. So it might be a case of, so you've done this, I've put the hand on top. Ravi, do me a favour, just relax about there for me, a little bit lower, that's perfect. Now the hands have turned, and although you kind of know they've turned, it's not a registered thing.
You put it together with a touch misdirection.
Yeah, there's a touch, there's a question, shift forward in your seat. I'm looking in a different position, so if we go back over again, I might simply say something like, actually, could you shift forward slightly? That's it.
You're putting more importance on where you're standing than the hands.
Exactly. There's, the importance is on you, your body, moving around, getting in position. So this is the situation we're now in here. As far as the audience is concerned, there is a deck of cards with your card here in my pocket. Mm-hmm. Okay? So at this point, I'm just going to say, I tell you what, now, if I could get your card back in the deck, would that be kind of weird?
Yeah.
Now, in and of itself, all I've done is just pushed it down into my pocket. But it kind of, it makes sense. If I can get your card back in the deck, would that be weird? Yeah. And you go, yeah. And you say, would it be even more weird if I could get all the cards out of the deck? Definitely. You go, yeah. In fact, I tell you what, Ravi, I want you to imagine what it would be like if you could look through your hand, through the cards, and just see your cards staring at you. Could you imagine what that would look like, to just be able to look through your hand, through the cards, and see your card?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Very strange.
Yeah. What I want you to do is just lift the back of your hand up and have a look and see what you see. Now, what Ravi can see and what you can't is this. If Ravi just lifts his hand up, just lift your whole hand up. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. This is what Ravi can see. And it looks really weird.
It's very strange.
Very, very strange view. It doesn't look like the card is under the Omni deck. It looks like it's in the Omni deck.
It looks like it's in the middle.
Yeah, and the final bit that you do for this is as soon as he lifts his hand up and you get that display, I reach over, lift the whole block up, and just snap the card out and pop it back down. Now, sorry, the thing that I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, is when he took the card out, he signs the card. And there's an important factor there, that having a signed card, well, you'd have seen it in performance anywhere, the moment where they lift their hand up and they see their signed card staring at them just is bizarre. It's a really strong moment.
That is fantastic.